your defense systems are. No, you do it because you know the time is at hand that we want a war.
Right. With all, if y'all looking at what's really going on, America's been stocking up all these weapons, and now they about to crash the dollar. You think America ain't about to use all them damn guns they got, man? They gonna pull up like old boy on Don't Be a Menace with the little button. Do we have a problem? They finna get ready to blow these niggas up, man.
And then Russia got this new flying tank, right? I don't know if you heard about the Warhol plane. Did you hear about the Warhol plane? Well, that's a great plane that America got, but what Russia got is they got it's called a flying tank. You know, hey, you brothers need to go look it up. That Russia got, man. It's way better than the Warhol. And the Warhol is the best, one of the best planes that, as we can see, as they show, because you know how they like to play, that America got.
Yeah, they got something called the Warthog in Call of Duty, man. They've been in Call of Duty since like Black Ops 2, man.
Oh, well, you know they got something way different than that.
Yeah, it gotta be way, yeah, man. Hey, look, the military is at least 10 years ahead of what they showing you, man.
Yeah, 25, 20,
probably 20
30
years, yeah.
You know? But we just, letting you know these different things. They doing all these things because they ready for war, man. The war game's been begun.
Yeah.
You see? Way before they've been telling you. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, that's right, man.
And then you got all these different wars. I follow this one channel on the alternative media, and it tell you how many, with the presidents, and how many bombs they've been dropping on countries. And the boy Trump was already over 3,000 dropping bombs on different countries, and we didn't even hear this on the media. Right. Maybe they be like, okay, he didn't drop 150 in Syria one day, and the next day he dropped this. Nah, man, they're well over the thousands of dropping bombs on different places and countries, man. So these different wars been going on. They just not showing it to you. Right. They're not gonna come on CNN and say, look, this war is going on. No. They label a war after a war, not while it's going on.
So will this progress over time? Like right now we're just like flexing muscles, shoving, talking shit.
Right now, yeah, it's a lot of mouthpiece, a lot of flexing muscles. But what they are going on, what is going on is there is war games going on. A lot of planes is being shot down. Things is going on in the oceans. They're just not telling us that.
Because I'm seeing air shows and all this from all these other countries already included. So
they're doing a lot of flexing and showing off their military, but beneath that, there is a lot of little secret war games going on.
Yeah, I mean, and we're in the midst of a trade war right now.
Yeah.
That's a real act of violence too. Like messing with somebody's economy.
Yeah.
Hey man, people don't take too lightly to that.
Yeah.
That's why people breaking off and they starting to find other ways, other currencies, and accepting different currencies for their resources. Like Venezuela, their major export is oil, but they're not taking U.S. dollars for that no more. They're taking the petro yuan and just these different currencies because that's the only way they can build back up their economy.
And Americans won't go to war about that.
Yeah, oh yeah, they ain't having that, man. You know how long the what is it called, the petrodollar, NATO or OPEC, whatever it is. That's been the standard of buying oil for such a long time. America ain't trying to let that go.
They're not gonna let that go
at all. They're gonna die about that. They're gonna die about that, man. All right, Matthew 24 and 7.
Yeah.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
And that's what you see, man. You see these different nations rising up against each other, man. These different kingdoms, they all rising up against each other. And the U.S. is what is it? In the Pacific, doing they war, flexing their little warships, because who's over there in that area? I think it's is it the Baltic? They're out by the South China Sea. You know how they got the man-made islands and all them? They got the man-made islands so they can have their presence over there, because it's all about establishing your military presence and where you should be at. Because these other nations know that America got their army spread abroad, so they're in a lot of different places where they can basically surround you.
Yeah, they can pop out any moment.
But these other nations are what? Now they're linking up with each other and they're becoming allies with each other because what? They have the same same way.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend. Man.
Right.
My
Yeah.
allies. You know, they all coming against this bully. That's what it's coming down to. The horns is hating the whore, and these other little nations is getting right along on the same shit, man. You know.
Let me get this back it up.
The next move is gonna burn this place in fire.
Obadiah. Obadiah wrote this.
Yeah, you know, hey, Russia is emboldening these smaller countries. He's being a guard or a protector unto them.
Yep, that's right.
Hey man, it's over with, man, for this place. But these Americans, you know, some of them know it, like the brother said earlier, but a lot of them, they're still caught up in this idea that everything's cool.
That they're gonna last forever. They're inward parts. They're inward thoughts.
That their houses shall
continue forever.
Continue forever. And they call their lands after their name. But the point is, his people still in this economy with the dollar fellas buying houses. Like they gonna flip them and sell them. You know, I know people that own properties, Edomites that I've talked to, that's my little managers and shit. Oh yeah, you know, it's going down, man. I got this property. I'm like, well, what do you think about the economy? Oh, I don't like to think about that.
Because ultimately, the pride of Esau, like in their inward thoughts, is like, but we're going to always continue to rule. No one's never going to take us down. No one's going to come against us because we got the best military manpower ever. You know, that's just in their minds, which truly America does. You know, they got the most military resources and weapons. But with all these nations coming together as one, then it's like what? What you gonna be able to do when everyone's trying to jump the bully? And then when you got your military spread apart, then that's how you fall. So just like the Roman Empire fell, this is the revised Roman Empire, it fell the same exact way. They had their military spread thin, you know, and they eventually came down.
And that's I was about to say that through the spirit, because they really still think that they strong. But they stretch their links so apart that they all weak now. Them bonds that's holding them links together is thin, man, paper thin. You got people everywhere. And all it's gonna take is one effort. Matter of fact, we sending so many troops everywhere else, it ain't gonna be shit to invade this place.
To protect their own home.
It ain't gonna be shit to invade this place, man. The country is gonna walk on right up into the doors, man.
I got Obadiah 1 verse 7, it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee, that they eat thy bread and have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. So all these nations that was on America's side, their allies, you know, it's going to come to the point where and they deceived America. Because they really thought their allies was going to roll with them forever, which that's not going to be so. Because in the prophecy, it said that all these nations are going to come against them.
Even looking at the map, it seems like America's by themselves. It just makes sense that all the other nations would come up together against us. I don't know.
It's the common enemy now. Because when you look at it, America is going around what? Every nation and oppressing them. Shoving down their throats religion, their democracy, the money, their resources, everything. So it's saying, look, we own y'all. Everything y'all do gotta operate off of what we do and how we say.
We ain't giving you no money.
But we
go ahead.
Or we gonna bomb you.
Yeah, we gonna bomb you. Now before the bombing, they would have different things they was doing as well. Like you know, because we're a big importer here. We consume. You know, so we're gonna tax you to export this to other countries, to every last detail. You know, that's why it says let them beat their plowshares and the pruning hooks.
That's right.
And their what else? And their shears into spears. Their farming utensils is gonna turn into weapons of war, basically. Because they can't make it. America's just being so oppressive.
Right, and see these countries are getting sick of it. You know, they're tired of being bullied. You know, and it came back to what they say. We're as strong as thee now. Now we got military weapons. We can defend ourselves. Hey, come on and try us, man. We with the bullshit too.
Yeah. Go back to 24, Matthew 24 and 7 again.
Yeah, because the war game, these wars and rumors of wars. the games ain't gonna continue to go on. It's gonna ultimately come to a time where this place is gonna have to be destroyed.
For nation shall rise against nation,
Yep.
and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Venezuela is a major place to look at if you want to deal with famine, right? And let's deal with earthquakes. There's this one alternative media site to deal with all the earthquakes, right? Live channels. I just watched this channel recently earlier this week, and he said that, and he didn't say the government, but he basically said people in a higher power, higher position, told him that he has to stop broadcasting earthquakes because he does all the earthquakes, you know, hours and a series of videos on it, to the point where they're mad. They don't like that because they don't want that information to go out there like that. See, Esau always wants to hide things, but this internet was created to help expose him. You know, so why, if the earthquakes didn't mean anything or wasn't that important, why would they tell this man, hey, you need to stop doing this? To the point, well, he's scared now, so now he say he's going to stop.
And they hide things in plain sight, you know, like the fact that they can control the weather, they can manipulate the weather, you know.
The HART program.
The HART program. Matter of fact, it was crazy because, you ever seen that movie, The Truman Show? I watched this movie called The Truman Show in the past, long time ago, and I caught it on TV, the end of it the other day. And long story short, the dude was in the water, and they was like recording them, and they was like, hey, create a storm, localize a storm over that boat. And then the dude started hitting the buttons, and they could increase the wind speed, they could increase the waves and all that. I was like, that's crazy. The dude was out in the middle of the real ocean, you know?
Yeah, they show you through all these shows too. It's called Hidden in Plain Sight.
Hidden in plain sight. Because you look at it and you're like, oh, this is a part of the movie. But in actuality, they got stuff where they can do this, and they'll show you glimpses of it.
Because they're wiser than Daniel. Man, he's the devil, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
Matthew 24 and 9.
And Jake think that the so-called white man is not capable of all these things that he has, man. Y'all just don't know what Esau got, man. Go look up DARPA, man. Quit being lazy, go look up DARPA. Look at the different technology he got, man, that he's going to release out here. This man is a nut, man. He truly is a nut. What you got? Yeah, you can get on them. Yeah, you can get on it.
Matthew 24 and 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Right. We know who that's going to be. We know that the elect is going to be. Because eventually they're going to want to gather up all the elect, man, trying to kill us for the sake of Yahweh Shah.
And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another.
Yeah.
And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because
like that dude that walked up there, he was deceived. He was already told that he was saved. But the brother about to read the scripture is about to tell you.
And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
And you can see that, man. People will get someone and kill you for less than nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Because iniquity is abounding, man.
Right. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
So what you going to have to endure from? You're going to have to endure from Jacob's trouble. You're going to have to endure through all these things that's coming upon America, Babylon, and Great, man. You're going to have to endure that. You ain't just going to be able to skip over.
Alright, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so that's what it is, man. Hey, once this gospel reaches to the ends of the earth, and Most High says, it is done, that's enough. Hey, man. Yahweh Shah coming back to save us, right?
Yeah. And then you look at it, right? Because who's at all the ends of the earth? Who's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth? The Israelites, you see? So once that 144,000 person be sealed, then what? The angels that's holding back that wind, which is that destroying wind, all hell is going to break loose, man. You see?
Right as, I was just going to say, and right as the missiles is hitting, the elect going to be getting caught up into the chariots, man. And see a glass mingled with fire. You know, it's going to be underneath their feet while they're being caught up into the heaven. You know? If it says, it tells you that if Yahweh Shai don't come back when he's gonna come back, there shall be no flesh spared, you know. That's how you know it's gonna be right close, right at the end.
You know what it is? The sign of not giving my prophet Jonas.
Oh yeah, yeah, wicked generation.
I'll get it. It's commandment 16. No, not 15, but I'll find it.
Yeah, you know. That's what it comes down to, man. You know, just like it was in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah. As soon as Lot left out, then with them places destroyed, you know. It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same type of situation.
I got it right here, bro. Matthew 16, verse 4 says, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas, and he left them and departed. And all the signs is there, all the signs is evident, man. But these people want a sign. They want the Lord to come down and say, you know what, hey, these are my men right here. Follow them. Because our people are carnal, they're not spiritual. They got a carnal mindset, man. Their things, the way they think is earthly, not heavenly. So what we're doing is not, can you get that? What we're doing is not in a spiritual aspect, in a spiritual sense to them. See? Because it still goes back to Esau, the so-called white man. They taught our people what is spiritual and what is not spiritual. No. You can differentiate that through the Bible, man, of what's spiritual and what's unspiritual. Something earthly and something heavenly. Yeah, get that one right there, yeah.
1 Corinthians 2 and 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. You know? And that's the point, man. Our people are carnal, like the brother was saying. Because really there are many evidences that you can go into, you know. Now, of course, there's the deception that Esau put out there. But if the Spirit is dealing with you and you have faith, you can see clearly that we ruled in Europe, you know, that we are the biblical Israelites. You know what I'm saying? All these different things that Esau's doing to keep you in wickedness, it's all there, but it has to be discerned spiritually. You can't be carnal, because if you be carnal about it, you'll say, oh man, that's a conspiracy theory shit, you know? But if you spiritual, you'll be like, you know what? The Most High is the ultimate orchestrator, and he set it up to be perfect in that way. And so you have to fight against your own flesh and be like, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. The Bible tells you that the Most High got all this stuff planned out and plotted out, man. Man's goings are of the Lord. Therefore, how can a man know his own way? So you have to be spiritual to understand that, man. That sometimes you're going to go off. Yeah, you're supposed to hate the fact that you went off. But it was all set up through the Spirit. So you probably to keep you from being proud, you know, or whatever the case may be, you know. You just continue to repent and you continue to kill your flesh, your old man daily. And you build yourself back up, man. Everything, and that's why 2/3 of our people is going to die. Because they look at the stuff they're going through and they can't tie it to the Spirit. They can't say, oh man, this is because of a punishment. Rather than that, they say, oh man, there can't be a God. How could he dare let us get shot down? How could he dare let it be homeless people? Man, the Most High got this stuff all planned out, man. That person was probably being wicked in their life. You know what I'm saying? Who was without sin? So rather than say, let me repent, oh man, ain't no God, man. If it was, I wouldn't be broke. That's carnal, nigga. Ooh, carnal. That's why you're gonna die in your carnality.
That's that. Best put. I got John 3. Here you go, bro. Verse 9. I'm gonna say this. It says, Nicodemus answered and said unto him, how can these things be? Yahweh Shai answered and said unto him, art thou a master of Israel? No, I'll start at the top. Right there. So we can get the point. John 3. I'll start on 3. It says, Yahweh Shai answered and said unto him, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High. Just let me know when you're ready to speak. It says, Nicodemus said unto him, how can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born?
Hey, that's our people, man. Carnal as hell, man. What you mean? I'm gonna climb back up and more? Man, come on now. You know I ain't gonna fit up in there. And I know she a hoe, but that's not, I'm just playing. But I'm just saying, that's our people, man. Carnal, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, Yahweh shall answer, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter the kingdom of the Most High.
Hey,